Didn't I directly say in the Bible not to try to predict the end times, not to try to predict when the end would come because it was impossible? Yeah, but I did it anyway. What a genius. This person telling us the story of Revelation and how, you know, it's coming because of a, you know, some hints he's seen in the news recently with BRICS and all these other geopolitical power. You know what? I don't want to explain it. I'll just let him explain it. He knows how to break it down.
Well, hey, Cookie Patrol, 5 reasons why you need to be paying attention to the worldwide political firestorm that's going to happen between now and September. Number 1, the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They are starting their own digital currency, which is gold backed. Why do we need to pay attention to that? Well, let me tell you something. There are many more countries that want to join, but they're only allowing 5. Why is that important? What is 5 plus 5? That's right, 10. Put that in the front of your brain for a second. Now, because of that digital currency...
Dude, what does that even mean? This is when I knew... Look, it was already with the chuds of TikTok account, so I knew it was going to be garbage. But I thought he was going to make, you know, and I'm used to this, and we could have a discussion about, you know, the power of the greenback and if it could be hurt by, you know, the rise of BRICS. And, you know, this is an actually interesting discussion that we see a lot online. But then he just says that's 5 nations, add 5 again, you have 10. At this moment, we knew there was nothing of value to be found within the curves and divots of this guy's cranium, right? In his brain, right? There's no divots, there's no curves. It's all smooth, man. You could get you know, some snowy gear and a snowboard, and you could slide on that thing for days. But let's keep digging. Let's hear him out anyway.
We also saw that JP Morgan in January has patented a biometrics payment system where you'll use the palm of your hand or your forehead. Does that sound familiar? Number 3, the UN is renewing a 7-year covenant. Huh, where did I see that one before? And you wouldn't believe when they're doing that.
Are all these numbers supposed to mean something? I thought, because each time he says one of these things, I think we're about to branch into a conversation about this, right? Oh, we're about to branch into a conversation about the power of the US dollar. And oh, okay, never mind. Oh, we're going to branch into a conversation about the United. Oh, no, never mind. We just wanted to say the number 7. Okay. Where's this going?
Now, that's right. The day after the Feast of Trumpets in September of 2023. Let's go back to these 5 plus 5 BRICS nations. These will be the 10 ruling nations, the 10 toes of the statue in Daniel, and the 10 crowns on the dragon in Revelation.
I love that he didn't have the number 10 to, you know, assist him in preaching upon the end times and Revelation and how the world will end. And so instead of just waiting until something else pops into the news that has the number 10, like, oh, Channing Tatum's daughter reaches age of 10. Haha, I got it. Or, oh, U.S. Olympic swimmer gets 10 medals in swimming. 10. Instead of doing that, he has so little patience that he just adds the number 5 together to get to 10 so he can ramble and go on about this.
Let's put this all together. The generation that sees Israel become a nation will be the final generation. We've got 10 nations lining up to rule the world. We've got digital currency with biometric payments. We have a 7-year covenant coming up right after the Feast of Trumpets. And yes, my friends, that tells us that something's right around the corner. For those of you who believe in Jesus and follow him, that's right, our rapture is coming. For those of you that don't, you will be going through the closest thing to hell on earth in those 7 years. So, Cookie Patrol, keep your eyes on Jesus.
Dude, can I be honest? If heaven includes this guy, I don't want to go there, man. I'm sorry, man. And look, okay, I don't know if there's like a psych ward in heaven for people who need desperate attention. I would assume once you go up there, like all those things are cured. And so whatever's like, you know, not clicking right with this guy, would be fixed. That would at least be my assumption. I would think that if somebody was crippled during their lifetime, they're not gonna have to like go up into heaven in their wheelchair. And I would hope they would have at least a disability ramp up there in heaven. But I guess it wouldn't be necessary if nobody's disabled. Either way, if heaven includes this guy with his numbers games and like predicting the end times by adding different numbers together that it gets in the number, if heaven includes this guy, then God, I would be embarrassed if I was God. If I looked at my followers and like my most devout followers were people like this, where I'm like, oh, I remember, okay, I told you guys, like, you know, peace on earth, love each other. And so what did you take? Well, see, we took the number 5 and then we added 5 and then we got to 10 and then we took the number 7 from the UN and then we took this and then we took that. And then I predicted the coming of end times. Didn't I directly say in the Bible not to try to predict the end times, not to try to predict when the end would come because it was impossible? Yeah, but I did it anyway. What a genius. Excellent Hermit, thank you for the primer. I appreciate being sub for 5 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the thing. This is the thing that always gets me about these guys. It explicitly states you cannot predict when the end will come. The end will just come, right? Now, sirens, okay. We got sirens going off. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys about tonight. Since the Kerch Bridge was destroyed, and we're going to talk about that in a bit, I am pretty nervous about tonight's stream. Because the Russians have this tendency of any time something goes wrong, say Kerch Bridge explosion, say Kharkiv counteroffensive, Kherson counteroffensive, advance on Kiev, they have this tradition where they just blow up as many things as possible, military or otherwise. Sadly, more often than not, it's in the otherwise category, to just, I don't know, try to get revenge, try to like rally the people, like, hey, look, don't worry, it's not just us taking L's, it's the Ukrainians taking L's. And so I'm a little worried about today's stream because I am in Kharkiv, which, while it's outside of artillery range, because I'm not, in like the countryside close to the front line, I'm in the city itself, I'm a little afraid that they're going to bomb the city tonight. I would actually say that the odds are make it pretty likely. And so if that happens, depending on how close it gets, we might have to end stream early. And I hope you guys understand why. Because if it gets close enough, I'm going to have to go in the bathroom and just like hunker down. And here we go. This is a better one. Here we go. East Coast has been shut down.
Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos about the East Coast being shut down. There's a reason for that. The United States military knows that they're getting ready to be attacked because why? They keep bothering the people over there in Russia by way of helping Ukraine. Now, I'm telling you, they're going to be drugged into World War III because they keep on messing with China, talking about Taiwan. Well, I'm telling you, these people are in bed. Biden accepted money from Taiwan, $10 million to be exact. In fact, his son, Hunter Biden, accepted money from Zelensky of Ukraine. That is the reason why they're over there. The Zionists have them over there helping for a reason. The reason why is because the Zionists finance every war, and they're financing this one. And guess what? The Zionists are going to be destroyed too. Because once Gog and Magog surrounds that place, it's going to be destroyed. So get ready, enjoy whatever you can, because this place, everything that you see exalted shall be brought down to the ground. And in the words of Blake Man, you wouldn't understand.
$10 million from the Taiwanese. See, the pitch I'm usually sold is that what an ending. The pitch I'm usually sold is that Biden is owned by the Chinese government, as in the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, not Taiwan. So that's a change. I don't know where he got the $10 million from. I genuinely don't know where he had an exact number in everything. And Hunter Biden got money from Zelensky? Or were they doing coke together? Is that the idea? Oh, China only offered Biden $5 million. I love the idea that Biden was like, okay, I'm going to end the world in World War III for $10 million. I feel like Joe Biden could get a better deal than $10 million if he was going to end the world on behalf of like the Satanists or whatever. You know? He's the president, for God's sakes. I feel like it should be in the billions, you know? Like $10 million in the grand scheme of things, while it's a lot of money to me, to you, if you're the president of the United States, that's not a tremendous amount of money. Dianne Feinstein has more money than that. Nancy Pelosi has more money than that. Nancy Pelosi's husband has more money than that. They just $10 million. That's all it took for Joe Biden to sign away potentially hundreds of thousands to millions of American lives in World War III. Okay, well, all I wish from Biden is that he got a better deal. If he got a better deal for my life, then I'd be less upset.